Hey, so we're talking about community game modes in TF2. For those who don't know or are new to TF2, the community has put their big brains together to create some unofficial, custom game modes that are only available through community servers. These may vary from silly to casual fun. I'll be going over, explaining, and reviewing 7 different modes today. I'll also be explaining the basics for those who haven't played on them yet. I'll be leaving the server IPs of every server I played on, in case if you guys want to play on them too. Also, please note that some minor or major details may change due to the server you're playing on, since most if not all modes here are open source. So without further ado, let's get into this. Arguably the most popular mode on this list, we have versus Saxton Hale. So the concept of this mode is that you and a team of 14 to 30 players team up to defeat a randomly selected player, who instead plays Saxton Hale, the canonical CEO of Manco. Saxton obviously has very strong fists, and will usually one-hit you if you're not Ubered, so be wary of when you're near him. When you die, you won't be respawned until Saxton is killed or defeats everyone on your team. When only Saxton and 1 to 2 players are left, a control point is activated, making whichever side that captures it the winner of the round, to avoid the round going on forever, even though sometimes it still does. Saxton also has 2 special abilities, super jumping, which needs no explanation, and his rage ability. As Saxton takes damage from you and your team, his rage meter will build up. When full, he can use it to scare players, which will leave them vulnerable to his Australian fists. Saxton has a stupid amount of health, making regular old weapons ineffective against him. Luckily, almost every weapon is either enhanced in one way or another, or just boosted with crits or mini crits. Rounds are usually played in large open maps, giving you and Saxton tons of room to run around in. Sometimes instead of Saxton Hale, the player is chosen to be a different boss. That's right, there's 4 more bosses that'll be coming after you if Saxton Hale doesn't. First up is Christian Brutal Sniper. Veteran Team Fortress 2 players may recognize this edgy fellow from his self-named series, Christian Brutal Sniper. When playing as him, you'll get his collection of knives as your main weapon. His 2 special abilities are again Super Jump and Rage. Super Jump is essentially the same among all those who have it, so I'll just be skipping it from now on. Fortunately, Christian Brutal Sniper has a different rage ability. When his rage meter builds up, you'll be able to use his Huntsman. Next up is the Vegineer. Veteran TF2 players may also know this one. He again has Super Jump and Rage. His rage ability is stunning players in a small radius and getting uber charged for a short period of time. He also carries a golden wrench around. Next is the Horseless Headless Horseman Jr. This dude is basically a smaller version to the dude that comes out during Screen Fortress. What's special about this guy is that instead of another super jump, is that he has the ability to teleport. He also has the rage ability, which is the same as Saxton Hale's. Lastly, we got the Easter Bunny. It's just Demo Man in a suit. He's probably drunk or something. His rage ability lets him shoot tons of JARATE-FILLED grenades, so watch out for those. So now you know the basics to overthrowing your current Australian player and his otherworldly goons. So go out there and try not to get one punched in the face. The idea of Deathrun has been put into many games before, and Team Fortress 2 is no exception. 1 to 2 people are chosen from a usually 16-player lobby to become Trap Masters. The Trap Masters are in control of when the traps against the opposing players activate. These traps may be a simple removal of the ground or a summoning of skeletons. Every trap is different, so be ready for anything. The objective of this mode is to avoid all the traps and to make it to the end of the course in one piece. When you die, you normally won't respawn until a timer runs out, or when the Trap Masters win, meaning when everyone on your team dies. I myself played on 3 different maps. Safety First, a construction area type map, Black Mesa, a recreation of sorts of the famous Half-Life location, and Boney Run, a map that takes place in outer space. It even has a final boss fight against this dude. There's obviously tons of more maps that I haven't played, but each one I did play, it felt really unique from one another. An example of this is that in Boney Run, the map will sometimes turn into a fun little bumper cart race. While on Black Mesa, the Trap Master gets microwaved to death. I'm not kidding. This is one of those modes that you can just chill on with your friends on a Friday night after you've gotten the basics down. I highly recommend this mode. It's tons of fun with friends, and you might even meet some pretty interesting people on these servers too. Have you ever wanted to mix TF2 and WarioWare together? Yeah, me neither. TF2 is a collection of little minigames playable inside Team Fortress 2. This obviously takes heavy inspiration from Nintendo's WarioWare series, where the concept is the same, completing several minigames quickly. Wario and the gang even show up every once in a while. A lot of the maps are even heavily themed around a Mario type aesthetic. Sometimes it'll be a simple phrase or action that you gotta do really quickly. Other times you'll be taken to a different part of the map. Every minigame is really fun and wacky, but it's even better with friends. After the last minigame has been played, the player or players with the most points wins. There's a good amount of minigames, so it's a great way to avoid burnout. TF2 Ware servers are typically very friendly, making it a haven for hoovies and spy crabs. Overall, it's a great mode to waste some time on. Hey, so how are you enjoying the video so far? Sorry for the lack of uploads and stuff. To hopefully make up for it, I'll be hosting a giveaway on scrap.tf again. Hopefully there's some better stuff in here than last time. I'm even going to be giving away my old grenade launcher, and it's going to be signed by me too. Also, quick reminder, join my Discord server. If you guys like this video, I'm going to be doing a part 2 to this, and I'll give out the IPs and stuff, and you guys can be in some videos. So yeah, back to the video. Times 10 is a classic community game mode, where every weapon stats are multiplied by 10. It's pretty self-explanatory. It affects everything, whether it be positive or negative about a weapon. The times 10 set has some pretty unusual effects on some of the weapons, such as the groove for the heavy. There isn't really a lot to say or do about in this mode, since about after 10 minutes you've experienced it all. So instead, I decided to go on a little quest on the server I was on. My quest started by leaving my spawn door, which I couldn't do. A heavy with supersonic speed just dodged all of my grenades and killed me. It was horror. No matter what class I picked, what weapon I chose, he just wouldn't die. So there he was, just terrorizing everyone in the server. After a few minutes, I was able to escape and I just started grinding equalizer kills. That one was pretty good. But then this guy comes out of nowhere. Who are you? What are you? What did they do to you? And then he kills me. I was just so confused. I then left spawn again, and then the Eater of Worlds Heavy comes back and kills me and the Scout. No damage can be done to this guy. I then come to my senses and realize enough is enough. I must put an end to the rule of the super speedy heavy man. So I spent my time just walking up the high tower. But I didn't see him anywhere in sight. So instead I just attacked the random engineer. And then declared that that kill was not in vain. It was dedicated to everyone that fell to the hands of the evil supersonic speed heavy. And then I left the server. Hey, so the video's over now. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, cause I sure did. I hope you guys like these different kind of videos since they're pretty different to what I usually do. The giveaway link will be in the description, and join my Discord if you want to. I'm trying to make it a little bit more active. So leave a like if you want to, subscribe even, leave your criticisms in the comments. It helps me improve. And yeah, see ya.